Everything that we thought we knew about buying a home in San Antonio has changed over the last year. We've seen record lows for available homes for sale, extreme buyer competition for those homes, and to top it all off, the unimaginable started happening. People actually started paying tens of thousands of dollars over appraisal out of pocket just to get their offers accepted. With all the craziness going on in our real estate market out here, there's definitely some things that you need to consider before you jump in and start looking for a home to buy. I'm giving you the top 5 home buyer mistakes that you need to avoid in San Antonio, and we're getting into it right now. What's going on, family? This is Greg Foster here with Market Boss at eXp Realty right here in San Antonio, Texas. And if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living, working, eating, chilling, and playing in San Antonio, Texas, then click the subscribe button and tap that little bell so you're notified every time I drop a new video. And my team and I, we're getting calls every day from folks just like you looking into the Alamo City. So if you're thinking about moving or relocating anywhere in the San Antonio area, then give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or click the link below in the description to schedule a Zoom call with a member of our team. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back in San Antonio, Texas. So after helping dozens of people buy homes and relocate to San Antonio over the last year, I've noticed that many of our clients face similar challenges when it comes to their home search. And after looking at everything, I've boiled it down to these top 5 mistakes that really make the difference between winning and losing in this market. Mistake number 1 is trying to do this on your own. Now, I can already hear a lot of y'all out there talking about, okay, here we go. He's going to tell me I need to get a realtor. First of all, you absolutely right. And before we go clicking off this video, just hear me out for a second. This market is unlike anything any of us has ever seen before. And when it comes to making your way through this thing, you really deserve to have access to the best resources, all the best information, and you really deserve to have access to all of the best homes that fit your criteria. Most realtors won't just come out and say this, but you'd probably be surprised if you knew how many homes actually end up selling off market without ever seeing the light of day on websites like Zillow, Realtor, or Trulia.com. It's a lot. Even in our own MLS here in San Antonio, there's an entire section for us to search private listings that are secretly on the market and not available for the general public. If you throw in company intranets between real estate offices with coming soon boards and private Facebook groups full of realtors and new home sales rep, what you end up with is a ton of real estate and a lot of amazing homes that are getting sold that you'd never have access to unless somebody tapped you into that network. Most of these private sellers just don't want to have dozens of people running through their home, but they all usually have a number in mind where if they could get it, they'd hand over those keys and be out of there in a heartbeat. And trust me, it's a lot less stressful when you're negotiating an offer on a home that either no one or very few other people know about, and it ends up being a win-win for everyone. This right here, along with a few other things that we'll get into in this video, is why our clients are usually getting their offer accepted the first or the second time around, while most other home buyers are submitting like 5 or 6 offers before they end up getting one accepted. But it's not just about getting access to the shadow inventory out there. More than anything, it's about connecting with the right real estate team that'll help you see around every corner and really understand what it takes to win in this market, along with removing all the friction and the stress that comes with buying a home so that you can move forward in confidence. Mistake number 2 is getting a late start. No, we've had a lot of instances where people reach out to us and it's like, hey, we're moving to San Antonio and we're coming down here next week to look at a house. Or I'm looking to sell my house and I really want to be in before school starts. And it's already the middle of summer. My lease is up in a couple of months and I'd really like to buy something. And I start thinking, let's see, we got to get the home on the market. We got to get approved. At least a couple weeks for the home search. 30 days to close. Carry the 2. And I'm like, okay, y'all better strap in because we about to go from 0 to multiple offers super quick. What tends to happen in that scenario, though, is that people often feel rushed when trying to keep up with the pace of this market and super uncomfortable when it comes to making fast decisions. Now, I know there's all kinds of situations that can lead to a sudden move, but I know for a lot of y'all out there, you've probably got an idea of when you'd like to move well in advance of the actual date. And we've had people reaching out to our team a lot asking how early is too early to start talking about buying a home. And we always tell people the same thing. We say that if you're thinking about moving, buying, selling a home, relocating anywhere in the next 12 months, then we'd love to have a conversation with you. We're actually working with people today that we first started talking to over a year ago, and reaching out early is a great way to get your questions answered, to gain some insight, and to start putting a plan together for a smooth transition. And it's those clients of ours that reach out super early in the process that feel the most comfortable and have the most confidence when it comes to jumping into house hunting. Number 3 is FOMO. Now, if you haven't experienced this before, then I'm here to tell you that the fear of missing out is a very real thing. And it usually starts to settle in about a couple of weeks before you officially jump into the home search. For a lot of people, it's that calm before the storm when you're putting the final touches on your home before it hits the market for sale, or you're going through the loan approval process. And it's especially tough for our out-of-state folks who got flights booked to show up for their home search, and they're really anxious to just get here and get things started. It's right about that time that people start watching the market like a hawk, and almost every single listing that pops up starts checking all the boxes. I'm telling you right now, so you can go ahead and get ready for it, because it's like all of a sudden every new home that hits the market is the right price, it's the right size, it's got the perfect layout, it's in an amazing neighborhood with great schools, and it's right around the corner from HEB. And you're not exactly in a position yet to make an offer. First of all, calm down. We see this kind of thing happen all the time, and I promise you, those are not the only homes out there, and you definitely shouldn't go blowing up your plan and getting into a rush to force something to happen if you're not quite ready yet. That's how you make mistakes. We've seen this scenario play out, and you really just have to go into this thing knowing that with all the homes that are coming and going off the market, that the perfect home is going to be available for you when you're ready to pull the trigger. Yes, the housing market is crazy in San Antonio. Yes, there's lots of competition. And yes, you should absolutely move fast and make decisions quickly, but there's no need to rush. I mean, we've never had clients regret making a plan and sticking to it. So your home is out there. We're going to make sure you get it. You're not going to miss out. We got you. Number 4 is picking the wrong lender. Now, if you ask me, this one right here is about as important as picking the wrong realtor, because at the end of the day, it's really just about making sure that you've got the right people on your team. And for all my cash buyer peeps out there, y'all make sure y'all stick with me on this one, okay? Because I'm gonna share with y'all some of the things that my team's doing for our clients with financing to help beat out y'all cash money people. And really, for everyone watching, I hope you're strapped in, because I'm gonna kill some sacred cows here and give you a behind the scenes, behind the curtain look when it comes to financing the home purchase and what that's all about. The truth in this market is that I could write 2 identical offers with the exact same terms on almost any property, and one would have a dramatically better chance of getting accepted over the other, depending on who the lender was and what the approval letter looked like. I'm gonna tell y'all right now how listing agents think and how we advise our clients when it comes to this kind of thing. When we're looking at offers, it's not just about the numbers and who's writing the best terms. It's also about who the lender is, how confident we are that they can close on time with good communication and the least amount of stress. In fact, a lot of listing agents, our team included, will reach out to the lender just to have a conversation with them and kind of feel them out and see how strong the approval is. And if we don't get warm, fuzzy feelings to report back to the seller, good luck getting your offer accepted. Here's a few other things that you'll want to consider when choosing a lender that's going to have a major impact on how things are going to play out for you. Will they give you their cell phone number? Can you talk to them after 6 p.m.? Can you talk to them on the weekends? Can they give you a few different financing scenarios to make you more competitive in this market? Will they call the listing agent to sell them on how strong you are as a buyer? Yes, you need to make sure that you get the best rate and that their fees are reasonable, but it's this stuff right here that's really going to make a lot of the difference, especially when you're competing with cash offers. Now, as a real estate team, we always tell our clients that we work for them and that it's totally up to you who you ultimately decide to go with for financing. However, we've partnered with some amazing lenders that are right here local to San Antonio who understand this market, and they've got a reputation with the rest of the real estate community for getting the job done. And there is a reason why most home buyers are averaging 5 to 6 offers right now before they get one accepted, while our clients tend to get the winning bid either the first or the second time around. I can't tell you how many times I've had a listing agent actually call me and be like, hey, your lender called and it was really close, but after talking to them, we're going to go ahead and move forward with your offer. Or, you know, we actually had a really strong cash offer, but your lender called, and if you can make this change and that change, then we've got a deal, we can go ahead and move forward with your offer. Or, hey, I see you're working with so-and-so in financing, and we've actually worked with them a lot too, so we know how they roll, so we're going to go ahead and move forward with your offer. And don't even get me started on how much more sane your life is going to be if you're working with a strong lender once you actually go under contract. Long story short, though, is that yes, you can make it to the closing table with a whack lender, but you're probably going to lose a lot of sleep, gain a bunch of weight, and be mad at the world in the entire process. So if you really want to skip all the craziness, then just hit us up, because we only work with the best people out here. Mistake number 5 is playing games with your offer. So I've been a realtor since the spring of 2009, and I have never seen a real estate market like this before. We are literally in an auction type environment where the list price is the starting price, where you got one shot to make your best offer, and where second place means you get to hit the streets again and keep looking. And when I talk about playing games with your offer, what I really mean is that most people have a number in mind that's a bit of a stretch, but still well within the realm of possibilities that they could go to, but they really don't want to. And I get it. Most of y'all really don't want to go to that number because you're still out there in this market looking for a deal and you're not trying to get played. What we focus on helping our clients understand, though, is that the market determines what a deal is. We explain that sometimes the deal is in the numbers and sometimes the deal means getting your offer accepted. Clearly, we're in a market where the goalpost is getting the seller to say yes. And while that may change at some point in the future, we have to make offers based on where we are right now. So what does that look like, right? I've had a lot of people ask me what I think they should offer or what I think is going to get accepted. And the short answer is I don't know. I mean, we're really going into this thing blind as far as knowing what other people are offering, but here's something that I've got for you that should help you figure this thing out. We always tell people that you should offer the absolute most money possible, such that if you get the house, you're still going to sleep well at night in it. And if you don't get the house, you're still going to sleep well at night because you know you wouldn't have paid $1 more for it. We get a lot of couples sometimes where they come up with different numbers, so they need to go off for a bit to cuss and discuss before we put anything on paper. But we've never seen that strategy fail before because you're either excited that you got the home or you're at peace because you've already set a plan in place ahead of time if it means walking away. And we've already talked about FOMO, so it's not like there won't be something else that's even more amazing right around the corner. Now, if you're wanting more information about buying or selling a home in the San Antonio area, we've got folks reaching out to our team every single day, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about moving or relocating anywhere in the San Antonio area, then give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or click the link below in the description to schedule a Zoom call with a member of our team. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back in San Antonio, Texas.